And with Finroll, Yami, and good old Jack trying to defend the king with all their lives, it seems like they may have come into a fight where, yeah, we're not pulling punches anymore. And to say at least with chapter 180 of Black Clover, there is a few things to take notes of this chapter that I thought were really actually kind of cool and actually noble. Firstly, let's just talk about that color page that Black Clover this week and all that. Not only with the return of World Trigger as well, which is a great thing to hear as well. I'm actually very happy because that was a series I had a lot of hope and promise for, and then unfortunately the manga author had some real difficult health issues and then finally came back. But he got on there, and I think, to be fair, as much as gorgeous as this cover page is, I kind of wish for him to have the page for when he returned, but kind of with the scheduling and everything, they have these in advance, where it's oh, we're going to put them on the front cover next week and anything, but, I would like to say with this one, it paints a very interesting picture for Asta, where it's him on a throne, sitting with, a nonchalant, with one of his blades by his side. Notice something about that though. What does that remind you of when you see Asta in that pose? Is it perhaps that reminds you of that Julius color page that we had oh so many, what, 2 years ago or something? I think when it was getting a bunch of color pages in a row, where it was yeah, this is one of the first two that you get to see in a while, and we get another gorgeous color page where we get to see all the captains, we get to see Fagoli on there, we get to see the Silver family there, Jack, Yami, all of them. Interesting note as well is that you can see as they're with exactly where you see oh well, how come it's the Golio, Nozzle, Jack, and Yami? It's because it's the people who are rivals to each other that are all going at each other. So you see the dragon there beside them, there you see the Silver attack coming in with his magic on there, and it's one thing you notice very interesting between Yami and also as well with Jack is that they have their blades not only pointed towards their opponent, but also to each other's neck. So Jack has his one kind of to the side on there. Yami has it right to the corner of Jack's neck, and I was that's a nice little touch. Or it's oh, they hate each other, but it's they're still gonna go after the opponents. One thing is they even talk about as well, where it's immediately with the chapter is wait, what the hell is going on with the spatial magic and everything on there? And they're oh, Father Finesse and all that, you need to get out of here on there, you need, to kind of get some shit out of there, where it's oh, we finally got this now, we finally, able to see, what his father was and it's yeah, considering that his, magical power, if anything, was kind of, already, prominent from what we were able to see, whereas, he was at least able to hold back, a little bit of Langris, whereas, he wasn't able to be dead immediately, and he's, the fact that on there, one thing he put on there is oh, let's just leave this and get out to us and all that. You need to get Finesse out of here, and it's oh, enough Langris. You're this, you're a goddamn Black Bull smuggler and all that. And he's and immediately this has nothing to do with him being a Golden Dawn vice captain or me being a Black Bull and all that. It's the one I'm fighting for my brother right now. And Shizayami's just get the hell out of here, old man, on there. And it's yeah, Mom, you should get out of here too and all that. And she's screaming, it's oh yeah, my little Langris, oh please. And it's just oh, I will come back. And you see little Finesse as well as there, it's you please bring him back, live, you know, I'll bring everyone back. And then wait, aren't you forgetting about someone right now? And it's no, it's the king. And he's wait, what about my escape? It's no one gives a shit about you, king, fuck you. And he's just and straight up as he was now about to leave and all that, Langris just you ain't leaving right there. He closes the portal and is ain't having that, I'm gonna be cutting you to pieces right now. And it's just Jack goes, alright, time to go in. Let's try and have a little bit of fun right here with this death scythe. And again, we seeing not the magic capabilities, if anything, of Jack is not the terrifying thing about him. It's the fact that Jack's blades, no matter what, even if they keep getting hit and hit, is that his magic is that simple to the fact where it's just all he's putting proud on all the stuff that he keeps going on about with his magic power and everything. It's just he just keeps getting this urge, just whatever magic it is, I can slice it no matter what. I just have to keep pouring my energy into it. So it's it is just straight up, that is what makes Jack, if anything, his captain capabilities, is the fact that no matter what he keeps fighting, the more at least he keeps going against it, the more stronger he's just going to be becoming out of there, and more importantly, his blade. So he is the kind of opponent where you have to trick him, or at least not getting his range in any kind of way. If not, you have to defeat Jack very quickly, because if the fact of the matter is that something like Spatial magic, where it's like, he is literally cutting through a dimension right now. He's going for a little pocket dimension. That's like Langris' ability. The fact that he's able to cut that, which, you know, if we're bringing scientific facts into that, it's like that shouldn't be like, he should be hitting that beyond any capabilities of any human being on there. But one thing to note on there is, like, not only is Jack doing this, like, Yami is going down as well, because of the fact that Langris right now in his elven form is like, he is able to control two magical, like, abilities, or at least two magic attacks at once, and he's, like, using this, like, his Archangel shoot down and flapping wings, or it's like, he is sending all of these, like, orbs around him. It's like, if anything, if it wasn't for Thinroll, these guys would be either paced right now, or just, they would be losing quite a lot of their, like, legs or anything, going around this, whole, like, thing, because you get to see that even with this, they still have to dodge, and they still have to, like, take Langris seriously. And interesting enough that, like, Jack has more magic than just, like, as we were talking about, like, his reinforcement magic, or at least, like, his scythe magic is really goddamn strong, because he has the ability to at least enhance the strength of, like, his legs. He does this one where he's, like, able to just dodge out of the way, or it's like, it's a whole body enhancement that he's able to do. But it's like, this is a fact where it's like, you think about how much he's been tempering those blades, and like, what happens if they, like, when he will finally see something that he can't goddamn cut, because he was able to finally do it, and Langris is like, what the hell is going on right now on there? And it's just like, we're able to, like, actually cut you to pieces, and it's like, we're getting there, and it was like, oh, we nearly had them on there, and like, it's like, but you peeled away my battery and all that. It's like, you can't, like, attack or defend properly, and it's like, immediately Thin was like, I can't defeat, like, I literally can't defeat him right now, and he's just pouring more and more into him. But he then immediately comes up with the idea, because he's getting hit a little bit by this magic, and he's like, alright, let's just go and take care of this right now, as he's getting ready for, like, the tear ability that he has on there, which then he goes and uses, like, in the moment where it's like, I'm just gonna take out the defenses, and I'm gonna pull Yami and Jack right in front of your face, so your entire defense scheme is not gonna work on there. And he's like, I am going to use this right now. And it's like, so Jack and goddamn Yami have to immediately hit this guy straight up with both their strongest techniques, because otherwise this is ending bad. If, like, we'd seen what Langris, if anything, like we saw recently as well in the anime, what the hell that, like, spatial tear ability that he has, where it's like, you're not going to really survive that, if anything, up close, so you need to pull it off. So they're pulling everything out right now to try and hit Langris and try and take him out right now. And it's the fact that they caught him off guard. This may be their perfect time, and whether or not that in this split second that they had, that at least anything, Thinroll has to at least try something against this ability that he has, because he's gotten for it, he's pierced through the defenses. We've now got a Jack that's a lot more enhanced and able to cut through his abilities. We've got Yami, who was able to do some crazy shit in the past before, so it's like, this is definitely an interesting fight where it's like, we're now like two captains and at least one of the more senior Blackpool members are doing this much to try and take him down. And so then after that, like, since we're getting close to wrapping this all up and everything, it's like, definitely got to say and all that, like, we're going to be probably not seeing a lot of the Mimosa side, since we kind of got that one little panel, like, or anything, or to say, like, what they're going to be doing with it. So it's definitely now coming up to the fact, it's like, oh, now we're getting close to Asta's gang to finally arrive to clean up those all. Especially, it's like, considering that this is the longest arc in Clover, it's like, I'm surprised with how long that this lasted, like, this arc has lasted as well, and the consistency has been good, because this is the problem with, like, a lot of longer arcs. I feel like they had a very big tend to, like, dissipate or, like, lose their luster after a while, where it's like, normally it's like shortcut, and it's like, normally the longer arcs of, like, I think as well, a good example of Serial, I think, really had a problem after this, where it's like, I think its longer arcs, they suffered from that. I think it was like 50 odd episodes or anything like that, or like at least 50 chapters. You think about it, it's like, okay, that's a year's worth of trying to keep someone's attention, and it can work sometimes. I think of Chimera Ant, where it was like, I was often like the edge of my seat half of the fucking time when I was like, you know, watching that, and then definitely reading the last parts of it, like, because I couldn't wait anymore. But it's like, with Black Clover, I think it's definitely doing very well to keep that attention span, like, kind of grabbed, because it's used to fast-paced action. So if anything and all that, like, we'll have to wait and see, but definitely really goddamn good chapter and all that. I really can't wait for more of this with chapter 180, and we're getting close to that, like, at least in anything in 6 more months or so, we're getting close to that 200 mark, so that's kind of nutty to think that we're getting, even if it's still got a little whiles off and all that, and that's not until 2019, that's still nutty to think we're 180 chapters in, so that's all from me. Thank you as always for watching, and I'll see you guys, though, next time.